We're going to have a little look today at the range of numbers that we can store using a particular set of numbers. So here if I go for a range of numbers. So basically what this means is we want to be able to know how many numbers we can actually store, what range of numbers we can store when we know the number of bits that we've got, allowing us to store stuff. So in the example that we've got, we are looking for how many different numbers we can store for using 4 bits. So there's a certain process that we need to have a little look at here. So we do 2 to the power of because of our binary system. So that's why we use 2, because our 1s and 0s. So 2 to the power of 4, and then we calculate what does that give us. So 2 to the power of 4 gives us 16. So that's where we start off. So we've got our number, 2 to the power of 4. And what we need to do is we need to look at, this is the process we need to remember to work out the range. And it is quite straightforward, because to find the negative number or range of numbers that we can store, we do number 1, or that would be step number 1. Step number 2, we half the value. So half of 16, so we go for 16 divided by 2 equals 8. This is the negative number that we're calculating here, so it is negative 8 is our first range. Step 3, we half the value again, so we follow the full thing again, so we do half the value. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. But then for the process for our positive number, we need to minus 1 from it. So down here we've got 7. So the range of numbers that we can store here are minus 8 to 7 using 4 bits. Okay, so just to explain that and how that actually works in a little bit more detail for you. If we have got 4 bits, think about the values that we've got at the top of it. So we have got 1, 2, 4, and 8. So that's 4 bits along the top. So to do this for a negative number, we need to find out, right, our biggest number that we can store there, it's told us that it's negative 8. That's because what number do I need to have here when it's a negative number? It needs to be a 1. Tell them that we're doing negative. But the first step in 2's complement is to put a 1 under the positive version of that number. So here we go. We put them all in. We then go in and we say, right, okay, where do we go next using our 2's complement? Okay, we invert all the bits. What do we do for our next step? We plus 1. And that gets us our number like this. So using our 4 bits, this is how this is our negative 8 is our biggest number that we can store using 4 bits, because you need to have this 1 here for our sign bit to tell them that we're programming using 2's complement and negative numbers instead of positive. So if we look at this from the other angle, 8, 4, 2, and 1, we now know that we've got to find the positive number using 4 bits. So we need to have our sign bit in here, which is our 0. And then we add up what we've got left, 4, 2, and 1, and that gives us 7. So that shows us how we have our range and how we calculated using our sign bit from the previous task. That's how we got our range of numbers to be between minus 8 and 7. Okay, so give the other ones a try for me, working out and following this process. There is a different way of doing this that is on BBC Bitesize. It's quite good to look at, but this way I think is the most straightforward, so this would be the way that I'd recommend for you to work this out.